topics. All right, this is also on a subject that also hits so close to home. Okay, a lot of times men's mental health gets brought up a lot. And I can definitely say the biggest thing when it comes to men's mental health is struggling and understanding the difference of knowing when to ask for help. And that's what I struggle with personally myself. All right. I deal with a lot of different emotions, a lot of different things every day. I run this entire operation over here. I run my channels, my store, running my home, making day-to-day decisions, taking care of the bills, taking care of all of this over here. And it's a lot, but I love it. I love the kind of responsibilities that I take on over here, because it makes me feel good as an individual and as a father and having someone by my side while I do it. But I know that it's very hard at times to lean on people, to ask for help when it's difficult, to actually go forward. And when you get in positions that you're tight, things are rough, you've stretched yourself beyond your means, that's when it gets difficult, because you really don't want to ask anyone. Especially, I don't know how many guys out there that are like me, that when you run your home and you're running all this stuff, you're handling all these things, that sometimes you feel like, okay, why should I ask for this assistance or help when I've been doing this the whole time by myself, and I am having a struggle and I'm having a problem, and I've taken care of problems the whole time myself. Why should I have to lean on others? Here's why. All right. One, the stress is going to back up and build up on you. Two, you're going to make yourself unhealthy mentally and physically. Third of all, is it going to help your situation if you melt down and you flip and you go insane and you go crazy? How is that going to help anyone? It won't help the people that you love and that you care about, because if you can't keep it together, for the ones that you love and the ones that rely on you, that seems hard, to do. But trust me, I've been teaching myself slowly how to lean on others, as hard as it is. And trust me, people out there that will see this maybe in the long run, and will see this maybe over the next few hours, that it's not impossible. Realize that sometimes you have to ask. You have to rely. Always reach out to people. If you're a part of a good community, like the maggots, reach out to them. These are a good group of people that Mag has built in this community, including Mag himself. If we reach out to each other, we will get out of situations that seem like it's impossible. Life is not as bad as people make it out to be. Situations get to be bad. Things can be hard. Things can be rough. Things can be difficult. But there's no impossible thing that you can't pull yourself out of. I'm living proof. I'm living proof sitting here today that if there was any impossible situation, then why am I still sitting here today? If anything in this lifetime was ever impossible, I would not be sitting in this chair today telling you people out there that I made it through the toughest things. And every challenge I've ever faced, everything I've ever taken on, I've gotten through. So nothing's really ever been impossible. Have I at times felt like wanting to sit and cry? Yes. Have I sometimes felt like I just wanted to sit and collapse? Heck yeah. But I've also taken time to sit, reassess, think about things, and realize that people depend on me too much for me not to stay the solid rock that I've had to stay. So I'm glad that I'm glad I've stayed the solid rock that I've stayed, because I've helped out so many people. So, and it's been an honor to help out so many. It's been an honor to be there for so many. And it's been nice to do that, So, but I also wanted to get on here and let you guys know too. I've been having a good time, trying out these different games, like Cyberpunk. Today I'm going to want to try to give Elder Scrolls Oblivion a try, because I've never tried that game at all. So I said to myself, I'm going to try this game out. I'm going to see what this is all about, because I never tried it. I'm even going to try Hogwarts Legacy. Now, I'm not really a fan of the whole Harry Potter movies. I'm not what you would call a Harry Potter buff. But the thing is, I'm trying it out for the community and for myself, because I want to give you guys variety, okay? I don't want to do the same old here. So I'm looking at different games just to try them. And if you guys want to give me advice or, look for games for me and pass them along to me, go ahead. Feel free. I could always use those suggestions. I could always use that help. Because we got to get variety on the channel. We just can't keep doing the recycled stuff. So if you guys have any games out there, I'm not really too much for the fantasy RPG, but I'm just trying out, what I could try out and see, what stuff's all about, just to do it, to give variety to you guys, so that way I'm not recycling the same thing. So that's why I'm doing that, just doing different games to see, which ones will be cool to do for the channel. I have gotten everything all set up. I have my extensions set up on Twitch, but it keeps on telling me about something, I guess, about if I want to do some more extensions over there, but I don't know what in the world that's all about. So I'm still on the move of figuring things out as I go along with things. So, and all this craziness on the internet. I mean, I'm seeing craziness of people jumping on other people because of the whole like GTA 6 mess and a lot of the stuff that's out there because of the, is it screenshots, I think, of Jason and stuff, and some people are saying in certain screenshots AI. Like, yeah, it's like, what do you expect? Rockstar can hold back on some stuff if they really wanted to. And if Strauss Selnick really wanted to be stingy, if that guy really wanted to be stingy, he could hold back on stuff too. I mean, these are corporate. These are corporations, people. I mean, these are people that are billionaires, trillionaires. I mean, these are people that walk around that are so arrogant, and they eat at these restaurants that are friggin' 5-star restaurants. These are people that look down on people like me. So that just shows you right there that if the people like that, are making games like this, and they're releasing certain screenshots and not all of them look the greatest or not all of them look legit, it's because the biggest thing they're worried about is, what kind of money is this going to make us back? How much profit are we going to gain back because we ended up putting out this game for every single viewer, but I want to know, what am I getting back? Because you knew Take-Two Interactive, once they invested a portion of their profits, or whatever profits they invested, the only thing they were worried about was, well, how much am I getting back? How much am I going to get back in November when this game drops? But it's funny, because guess who you're only hearing from, folks? You're only hearing that from Take-Two Interactive. Has anybody heard anything from Rockstar on that? Who's the only one in the news that has stepped up and said anything? Have you heard from any Rockstar people? Think about it for a second. Let that sink in. Has anyone from the Rockstar side of things spoke up about anything pertaining to GTA 6? You have not seen Rockstar say anything. You know why? Because when Rockstar says they're going to keep their mouth shut, they actually do. When they say something, they actually do it. Because notice, Strauss Selnick is the only man from his company that has said about the profits and that has said about all the stuff pertaining to Grand Theft Auto 6. I haven't seen anything from Rockstar on the Newswire or online about Grand Theft Auto 6 and screenshots. This is all being steered and driven by Strauss Selnick himself. Because unless you guys out there have seen, has anyone seen any articles pertaining to Rockstar saying anything about this stuff? Have they said anything pertaining to the whole Netflix thing? Has Rockstar made any announcements on that? Feel free to come into my chat and let me know if Rockstar said anything. Because I'm curious if Rockstar did say anything pertaining to it, or if they're waiting till a certain opportune moment. Because I know when it comes to Rockstar, they're usually the people that'll wait till the right moment to say anything. Because they've never been the one to go spouting off on the internet about stuff until it was close to that point. Because we're already at August 21st. And when was that supposed to happen with Netflix? Was that supposed to happen sometime next week? For Netflix? Because I believe that it was supposed to happen next week, wasn't it? Sometime next week or something. But yeah, like I said, Strauss Zelnick's been the one saying a lot. But I haven't seen Rockstar hardly saying anything pertaining to all this. So, but I hope you guys have been enjoying the stuff that's on the channel. I will be trying to do a lot more over time. Like I said, I'm trying to achieve the right balance here between it all. Now, I wanted to do a podcast early today because I didn't do one yesterday because I wasn't sure what was going on. Because of my stepson, I wasn't sure if he was going to come over and watch any movies or what he was doing. And then last night, I guess he got called into work, so he had to go to work. So that's understandable, because once you get called in, if you gotta go, you gotta go. So, but anyway, and then all this mess with PlayStation. You know, these blackouts that are coming up. Like, I think it's crazy in a way, but I stand with people. I stand with you guys that are upset about physical media going away, the price hikes on the systems. I mean, Sony is just developing a different attitude, a different business attitude. But what can you expect from a corporate company that's been in business for years? Of course they're going to adopt a new attitude. Why? Because we're getting into a whole brand new gen. Not only that, if you want to stay in business, you have to change your business model. You have to do a different thing if you want to stay afloat anymore. If you don't change how you're doing things, you're lucky if your company's going to stay in business. So that's just what happens anymore. You know, it's either you end up watching what you do or you're out of business. Now, I can understand for people that have spent years dedicating themselves to being Sony fans. Hey, I respect you. I respect you as a gamer, as an individual who has been gaming for 41 years, playing multiple games over time on multiple systems. I just support all of you for taking a stand for what's right. Because physical games or digital, it doesn't matter. I'm passionate about games. You want to take games from people that are passionate? These are people that have paid money from their work checks, Sony. From their work checks. Money that these people have saved up to buy from you. And what do? You're dissing your physical media, and then what? Because you don't like what fans have to say, you want to get snobbish about it. I don't know what is wrong over there, you know, but here's the thing. Look at Xbox and see what they're doing. They're not being as nasty as PlayStation. They're giving more to their fans, and they're doing what's right, unlike Sony is. The only thing about Sony that's good is when you get games, you get those games right away. You have to wait a portion of time over on Xbox. But the pros for Xbox is, one, they're looking for ways to save older games. Two, they're going to do disc to digital. So there's things they're doing that are going to benefit gamers more than what Sony's doing. Because they're taking things away from gamers. They're pulling things away from gamers that have stayed with their platform for years. So, how is that going to make it fun? I remember when PlayStation would give a lot to their players.
Just sitting on the couch.
And I could remember a time
I had to go for an MRI
when there was all kinds of varieties of things for Sony, accessories, headsets, all kinds of things that you could get. Heck, I remember when the Xbox Connect also existed even on the Xbox side. Even when Sony had all of its stuff it had. There was a version of a Connect thing that Sony had. The cameras that Sony had. Even Xbox had cameras and stuff. And it's crazy that it's gone to this length where now you have people arguing all over this stuff. When did video gaming become such a dispute? Why did gaming have to become such an argument anymore? Why do we have to argue over that? Because as gamers, we should be supporting one another. We should have fun with games. We should be getting crews together. We should be teaming up as friends and enjoying games together and going in these games and trying to make friendships and have a blast together. That's what these games should be all about. Friendships, brotherhoods, awesome things like that. Instead of disputes about, my platform sucks, your platform's perfect, this game is horrible, that's horrible.
It's been bothering me really bad.
Instead of pointing out the most horrible details and the most horrible things that are bad, we need to focus.
Huh?
Sorry about that, folks. But anyway, what I think is we should be trying to form friendships, brotherhoods, and just go on games and have fun, like that.
To the pool one day.
Building squads up, running missions together, and having a good time with games like we always have. Because I can remember when we would be excited to just go and play a game and run it together as as a crew and stuff like that, or just running games and having a good time with them.
She looks just like her mama.
That's whenever gaming was fun. In my opinion, that's when gaming was fun to me. Because when we would go running around and just having fun like that, that's whenever gaming was
Haley
entertaining to me.
lives in Wisconsin.
I mean, not this like arguing
lives in
about
Wisconsin.
this or that or pointing out the horrible things and pointing out the
Yeah, she
terrible
lives out there
things
with
about
her,
games.
foster sister.
Or picking things apart. I mean, come
She
on
was
now.
living in Uniontown.
When did
or
that ever-
Brownsville, But
You know,
she was getting abused.
Why
by
did
her
that
foster
ever turn
mom,
out like
so
that?
Her foster sister
You know?
took her in.
I mean that's where, in my opinion, it should have never gone that far. So, but who's excited for the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 beta supposedly
That's what I
dropping
don't
tomorrow?
understand. I had
With a
group
portion
overhead,
of the
I had
campaign
clothes
supposedly
for
is
them,
going to be
food
in
for
it.
them, everything like that, and then that because I went in the hospital with a blood clot and they take my kids away from me.
So, alright, this camera of mine.
Yeah.
Acting up is really getting to be.
Stop giving them. And they never. I didn't sign the paper that I was taking my kids again. So. Fucking window. I thought it's
Oh, this camera. Wish I had a way to replace it, but I don't. I don't know what it is with these cameras. I wish I had money for at least a much better one, but anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was talking about how I think that we should just be like pairing up in games
my
and
second
building
one is
squads, doing missions and stuff like that, rather than
yeah, Stephanie's
always
21,
going and
which is
arguing and blowing the
George
internet up with
Lillard's
ridiculous
19,
stuff.
He'll be 20 in September.
But I felt good since I've been back to
John,
streaming
which is
and gaming again.
He
Because it feels good to
19.
do it, not just for the fact that I do it for the channel, but also doing it. Doing mission. It's also been good to do it just for the purpose of enjoying games
I
from
talked
all
to,
different
Stephanie
varieties
and
of
James,
them.
that's all I talk to. I don't talk
So
to
that's
David
why
because
I've
he's
been
a troublemaker.
enjoying it so
And
much.
I don't talk to John because he's a
Yeah,
troublemaker.
there's
So-
times I've enjoyed games in between when
Yeah,
I
this
ain't
bitch
streaming them.
That was a
But-
CYS worker
Yeah,
was friends with
when I am not
the parent.
streaming
The
them or
foster
doing
mom.
that, usually I'm just
And
watching
she asked
TV
if she would
shows
take
or
all five
whatever,
of my kids, and
or
she did.
catching up on other
And she went as
people
low
that
as I was smart.
do
I went to
podcast or streams
Catholic
themselves.
and put up Act 101 on them, so I could get visitations with my kids and stuff like that.
So,
And she told the foster mom if she changed the names of them,
but
that
that's
I
what I've been
wouldn't-
doing
I
in
wouldn't have
between.
no visitations of them. At the CYS building in Greensburg.
But yeah.
Mm-mm.
But the same thing I've always been saying. It's crazy because it's been a heck of a year. When you see everything coming out, all
Yep, that's
surrounding
what they did to
Grand
me.
Theft Auto 6, there's going to be so much for people to play that I think it's
I
going to
don't
make
know
it
if it's
difficult.
on.
Because people are going to have difficult
No.
choices to make. Especially when you got games out there basically
Just text it to me
in
and
all
I'll text
genres.
them.
You know? So people are going to have enough to choose from way before GTA 6 comes out.
Yeah,
I'd like to eventually
yeah,
do a giveaway on this channel,
alright.
but I could use help to create some kind of a list. Now, I also found out news. I don't know if anyone has heard, but now to reach a certain amount of subscribers on YouTube now, in my opinion, and I think this is crazy, but of course, hey, they adjust these things, so now you have to reach 500 subscribers. So I'm at 37 right now. So I appreciate the ones that so far have subscribed. If you enjoy the stuff I do, feel free. You don't have to, but if you want to help, greatly appreciate it. If you also want to help by looking up games and throw your suggestions at me, hey, feel free to do that too. You know, because I could always use more suggestions on games that may be awesome for the channel. Like I said, I'm trying to get more variety games onto the channel. This way we're not doing the same ones. Even if I have to take and rotate games in and out, put a few onto the Xbox, make a video on it, post it up, and then what we'll do is I'll do that until we finish a game, and then I'll take that one off and then switch to another once we finish it. Right now, currently, I've been doing Cyberpunk 2077 over on Twitch. So I'm going as far as until that game is over and done with, and then I'll look for another one. So I got 2 games right now, 2 other ones. Like I said, is Elder Scrolls Oblivion and the Hogwarts Legacy. So I could do one of those for the next round of videos for YouTube. So you could pick between either Elder Scrolls Oblivion or it could be Hogwarts Legacy that I can start with. So I want to do that as a variety for all of you. So that way you guys are seeing different games going up rather than the same ones. And we're going to continue to do what I do here with this podcast as well. But once we get ourselves built up more, I want to do a giveaway with some merch from my merch store. Alright? So, when I get a chance, I'm going to look into how I can do that. And I could use some help if someone can help me get a list or help me make a list up of subscribers that so far have subscribed. If somebody can help me to just keep an eye on that and maybe help me create a list, then once I get a list of all the names that have subscribed so far, and keep track of that, I would appreciate it if somebody can help me out there. Yeah, because like I said, I'm new to doing this and new to like doing a wheel and stuff like that. And what we'll do is on one of my podcasts, we'll do a giveaway. And I'll give away at least some of my merch. And we'll do a spin wheel with names on it. And we'll see who can get some merch from the store. And I will make sure it personally gets shipped to you. If you win the merch, it'll personally get shipped to you. I have coffee cups in there. I got hoodies in there. I have a sleeveless shirt with my logo, a book bag, a notebook, a Samsung phone case. I have a coffee cup with my logo on it. So what we'll do is I will just have to get a list made up of names so I can put the names onto a spin wheel. But right now I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to work and still try to get this channel built up, because you know I want to try and keep building this. But to help promote my merch a little bit more, we could do a giveaway once we build this up a little bit more. So I could say we could probably do a giveaway around November, maybe December. I would say more on the side of December. So the month of December, maybe close to the end of the year. Just to give a chance, for this channel to grow some more. So if you guys want to help me out with that, I would appreciate that. And we'll do something nice like that. Alright? But, like I said, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, or we can do some Hogwarts Legacy videos for the channel, so that way we can have something cooler up on the channel and have some fun with it. Let's see, what else? So what do you guys think about this whole thing with Asha Sharma now checking out Elder Scrolls 6, and the fact that she actually talked to Todd Howard from Bethesda Games, and how she actually seen some of the stuff that is going on with that? What are your thoughts about that? What are your feelings about that? That the fact that she is actually really working hard to get things exclusive, and the changes that she's making. This woman is stepping up. She's not just sitting on the sidelines not doing nothing. She's taking initiative. I'm seeing her doing a lot more for this brand, Xbox brand, than previous management. Now, yeah, Phil Spencer had the gaming brain. He knew exactly what was necessary as gaming-wise. But it's different when you're a CEO. Because when you take on a CEO position and a boss position like that, you have to handle things a different way. So to speak, when you become a CEO, You can't handle things with kid gloves anymore. It's one thing if you're low ranking in a business, but when you go and you move up that business ladder and you get to the top, as they say, no more kid gloves. Because then you got to say, okay, this is the way we need to run the business. This is what I want done. Tell me when it can get done. Let me know when you can reach this deadline. And you need to make sure you reach this deadline because you're not getting it extended any further. Now, some people are like, okay, my boss doing that to me, my boss is rude. My boss is a butthole. Now, some people can be like that and say their bosses are doing that just to be mean. Well, the thing of it is, your boss handles a lot more than you think. A boss of a business, the responsibilities that is on that boss. One, they have to answer to major higher